Howdy gang, welcome back to the Unraised Latina Ever. Today's topic is going to be new enterprises. I took a job, and unfortunately I took it in retail. And I know why it's going to become obsolete, because it is absolute unbelievable. And I think a lot of the reason why is because of management or mismanagement. So I want to tell you my story. I used to work for Sears, and I thought they had issues, but this new company makes them look like rock stars. When I went for work for Sears, I got hired on through a job fair, and they did about a month of training. Of course, you learn everything you need to know before you go out on the floor, although there was very little hands-on experience. And then once you go live, you don't really get much help after that. They just throw you out to the wolves. And I'm a hands-on kind of person, so I had that background. So I worked for a new company, and I went for a different job, but that person really was desperate and wanted me to go back into mattresses. Okay, they failed to tell you in the new company that it's commission versus like a draw. So basically how it was explained is I would get $12 an hour plus commission, which they kind of told a lie, just a little one. So anyway, you get 2 weeks to train, or shadow is how they call it. But the shadowing is really nothing, because the coworkers that are training you really don't want you to learn the ropes, because they don't want you to be competition. So basically, they're not going to teach you diddly squat, okay? You get very little hands-on experience. They show you something, and then you're expected to know it, and then you go live. Okay, so I don't hear from anybody for 2 weeks, and I guess you're supposed to dictate your own schedule, but that wasn't articulated. So I get put on the schedule after maybe a few hours of shadowing, and I'm thrown out there. And the very first day of work was a busy holiday weekend. I'm out there, and two of my coworkers that were supposed to be on the floor with me that weekend decided to call in sick. So I was there by myself, not even knowing how to work the iPad, because at Sears we didn't use our iPads. So I couldn't even ring anything up to save myself. So anyway, I stay in my department, which is big ticket mattresses. And the company starts with an M. And you know what? Today I go into work, I get pulled off of mattresses to go into another department, and there's a big 40% off sale, and it wasn't taking the number off. So this coworker that took a 45-minute lunch couldn't find the time in her 45-minute lunch to go take a piss. So she gets back on the floor and she goes, "I have to go to the bathroom. Can you cover me?" Meanwhile, like, all these people are showing up in the mattress department wanting to try out the mattresses, and I'm sitting here having to ring up sheets, and it's not coming up with a 40% discount, and the guy is sitting there getting irate with me, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I just ring mattresses. I don't know how to take 40% off this." Anyway, long story short, she comes back, and after this drawn out thing, she shows me how to do the 40%, but he wants to get his card on there, which he didn't have on him, so we had to do the driver's license thing all over again, and coworker hits a button, throws us all off. We didn't do it right. We had to start over again. Okay, so it wasn't my fault, it was hers, because Sticky Fingers came over here and goes, "Oh, let's just bypass all that because you already did that before." But the other person says, "No, you can't do it that way." And so I'm sitting there like in the middle, and there's bickering going on around me, and the customer is getting all mad and frustrated. He's like, "You know what? This is easier getting through airport security." And so after that, like, the coworkers decided, "Just go." And she was rude to me, and I just laughed, and I'm like hanging my head down. I'm trying to help people, and nobody's making me feel appreciated. They're making me feel like awful. So I'm back into my lonely mattresses, and there's nobody there except me, and I'm hanging my head down because I missed about 3 ups, and the guy that I tried to ring the sheets for came by, and he's like, "I'm really sorry about that. I really feel bad." I'm like, "Well, if you feel really bad, you could buy a mattress next time." But you know what? I'm quitting. I'm not going back there. I came home. Will made me this fantastic meal, and I decided that I don't want to go back to work. you know, because I can't stand to have another day like that. You know, the coworkers, like, they're taking all your commissions. Right now you're so many hundreds of dollars in deficit. And I'm like, it's just so bleak, you guys. It's like, you know what? I want to be in management. I want to be a manager. You know why? I know that I can be a better manager than everybody on that floor, because at least I would know how to ring a mattress. At least I'd learn how to work the cash registers, and at least I would be able to train those people and give them all the tools to be successful. Because you know what? Managers are incompetent idiots. Okay, that's all I have to say. My dad was the manager of the San Diego Postal Service. My fiance is doing his dissertation in management. And you know what? I can manage shit. All right? Because I'm a people person. I love people. And I would never want to make anybody feel bad. Not the customer, not the people that I'm working with. But you know what? No company should ever make anybody feel bad. And when you're sitting there putting people into losing situations, you're making them feel bad. You know what? There was never a single moment in my training where we could go behind the scenes and work the register and get hands-on instruction and role play. And, you know, like what you need to do is have a register there. Instead of like doing it on the computer in a room by yourself, having somebody like come up and go, hey, would you ring this pillowcase up or whatever? And by the way, I want my 40% off. And then somebody show you how to do it and walk you through it. And then you get it down and you do it over and over and over again until you have it down so well that you're able to have a conversation with them. You're able to like talk about, you know, whatever, you know, that you can just go beyond that. And you make it a magic experience, because you know what? We weren't selling any magic today, but you know what? I am done with it because I'm not going back. And you know what? Where we fail is because you don't give people customer service. So why would people want to go to a store when they get lousy customer service, when they could just go on the internet and get the same deals and just with a click of a button have it delivered right to their house? I don't know. You know, the holiday season is coming upon us. People are out and shopping about and everything. And you're going to have a bunch of like idiots going, I don't know how to do this return, you know, and it's ridiculous. And you know what? Why would you have computers out there where it's T1, T3, T4, you know, out of the Stone Ages in the 1970s when everything is touchscreen? No bueno. That's my day of work. I had the bitch. I had my glass of wine. Thank God I had a nice meal before I did this video. And I didn't say the name of the company because you know what? It starts with an M. You figure it out. Have a nice evening. God bless.